In my hand here is the Kidzcam camera. This is a Vivitar product. It's part of their Kids Tech line of toys. It says that it takes photos and videos and has built-in games. I'll check it out, see how it performs. That's coming up on ThriftyAV. I love all things AV, and that includes cameras, even toy cameras. And this is the Kidzcam camera from Vivitar. It says it'll take over 100 photos. I assume that means with built-in memory, but I also see there's a memory slot here. Let's take a closer look. Before I get into the box, let's take a look at the outside of the box. Now over here on the left, there's some cryptic symbols here. See a little video game controller, a camera. And this little video camera here says HD, and I'm wondering if that's really true. And it has a little battery indicator too. The box says for kids age 7 and up. Is this kid 7 years old? Really? And you are encouraged to explore your creativity. Features mentioned on the back: take photog and videos, 2-inch color screen, built-in games, built-in rechargeable battery. I do not see the capacity. Need SD card requirement. I think they mean no SD card required because it has built-in, not built-in, it has built-in memory and an expansion microSD slot. The package includes digital camera, USB cable, user manual, and built-in rechargeable battery that they already mentioned. And it's the best gift for RIDs, not kids, mind you. RIDs. Maybe it should be called the Kidzcam. These appear to be the built-in games, no names for them, just logos. The side shows features you might find on a lot of cameras: photo video mode, power exit mode, this char-ain indicator. I think it's probably supposed to say charge and they got the G upside down, and then the up, down, left, right. The side of the camera has a USB port, looks like micro USB, a recessed reset switch, and a slot for a micro SD card. Let's get into this box. Not much here. There's the camera. Ooh, there's some plastic to peel. This looks remarkably similar to action cam sized right here. Okay, here's a little strap you can put on there, a wrist strap, but it's not going to fit my wrist. And here is the micro USB cable. What I thought was internal memory was not actually internal memory. There is a small card in here, 128 megabytes. So this was inside the little camera when I bought it. There are some instructions down here. The cord they provided is pretty short, but I pulled the power over here so I'll be able to use it. I got a little battery indicator on the back that says that it is charging. Looks like it already had a little bit of charge on it before I plugged it in. The camera actually has a speaker in it and a music mode. It'll play music that you have on a memory card through the speaker on this little camera. And I'm sure it sounds awesome. The other modes are photo mode, video mode, playback mode, settings mode, and game mode. They say it comes with a 128 megabyte micro SD card. You can plug an SD card up to 32 gigabytes into this. Now the top video resolution they list is 1080p. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I'm going to try that out, see how good it is. Photo resolution, the top one is 3 megapixels. Battery's at 100%, so I'm going to unplug it and power it on. We got a welcome screen. There's our modes: photo, video, playback, settings, game mode, and music mode. Let's start by taking some photos. There's the power strip that I was plugged into, and it took a picture. The default dimensions were 1600 by 1200 pixels, and there was a timestamp, an incorrect timestamp on the image. I'm going to take the Kidzcam outside and take some nature photos and compare it to my Lumix FZ300. Here is a cedar tree. It's actually two cedar trees that kind of grew together, and a few seconds later I shot the same tree with my Lumix. For my shot of the turkey feeder here, I have a side-by-side comparison with the Kidzcam on the left and the Lumix on the right. I brought the camera back into the house, and I'm going to go into the settings here and see if I can fix that stuff. Right now it says size 2M. I'm going to go up to 3M. I can turn the timestamp off. Okay, I got everything in the menu where I want it. Everything's max resolution. Time date stamp is off. Let's take it out again. Here is a tree. The leaves have all fallen off of it. You can kind of tell how much detail you have in the branches. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this and take a real close look at the top of the tree. This is with the Kidzcam. Here's the same tree with the Lumix. Let's zoom in and see the detail in the branches. Here's a backlit photo of the sun shining through branches of a tree. This is the Kidzcam. And here is the same tree shot with the Lumix. This old Ford tractor is partially shaded by tree branches. Here's the Kidzcam. Here's the same shot with the Lumix. Checking the media info for the Kidzcam photos. These are JPEGs, 2048 by 1536, color space YUV. Chroma subsampling 422, 8-bit depth. And here is a panoramic view of the property. There is a built-in microphone. It's a little bit windy outside, so it's going to be picking up my voice, but I bet there's some pretty bad wind noise. Media info for Kidzcam video. It is AVI format. Overall bitrate 6982 kbps. Video is JPEG video. Video bitrate's 6371 kbps. The width is 1920 by 1080, and that is 1080p. 16:9 aspect ratio. Frame rate 30 frames per second. Color space YUV. Chroma subsampling 422. 8-bit depth. Lossy. It is a PCM audio stream. It is one channel mono, 16 kilohertz, 16-bit. And here's the Lumix getting a very similar shot. Of course, the Lumix has stabilization. After the sun went down, I went back outside to see how the Kidzcam would do in a low light setting. And here it is side by side with the Lumix showing the after sunset. When plugged into the computer, the only USB mode is file transfer. You cannot use this device as a webcam. Okay, here is the playback mode. That will show you the pictures you've taken and the videos that you've recorded. And there's a video that I recorded. Let's see, how am I gonna get this to play? Maybe this? Yeah, that got it to start playing on the little 2-inch screen there. And you can kind of hear it too. Playing an MP3 file using the audio playback mode. I am getting a little bit of audio out of here, but it is not very loud. Okay, let's check out the game mode. Alright, snake is what it says. I think maybe I'm supposed to eat this pear here. Okay, and it made my snake longer. I'm going to guess that I'm not supposed to hit the walls. I'm wondering if this is ever going to speed up. Eventually, it's going to be harder to avoid myself as a snake. I am going to commit snake suicide here. And that killed me. Alright, let's see what other games we have. That says 1, 2, 3. That's a plane. It looks like a maze maybe. It's a guy pushing blocks. I'm supposed to shoot down these other guys without them hitting me. The blocks. This is a 1, 2, 3. I don't know what this is. Maybe somebody can tell me what I'm doing here. I think the goal is to push the blocks into these circles. Oh, there's one more that I didn't get. Alright, yep, that's a lot of fun. I decided to record my clothes on the Kidzcam to test it out as a vlogging camera. Now there is no 1/4" 20 thread, so it's just sitting on basically a bean bag right now. And I don't know if it's framed well because I can't see the LCD that's on the other side of the camera, so I'm just kind of guessing if my shot's framed decent or not. Also, the microphone that's built into this camera, not so great, so my voice might not sound very good. And even though it was creating 1080p files, I don't think these are really 1080p. I think the resolution is a little bit lower, and it's just creating 1080p files from lower resolution chip that's inside this camera. Now I'm complaining a lot, but this camera only cost me $15. So as a toy camera, it's really not that bad for $15. Yeah, it's about the same quality as a flip phone camera from 20 years ago. A modern cell phone, any modern cell phone will outperform this camera. But if you want your child to have a fun little camera to play with, but you don't want them to have a cell phone, the Vivitar Kidzcam is an option. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel. And remember, stay thrifty, everyone.